The Northerners believe that they are the ones that will determine who wins the next presidential election 2027, looking at how Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku, and Obi performed during the last 2023 presidential elections. I repeat, Northern Nigeria believes that they are the ones that will determine who wins the next elections 2027, looking at how Tinubu, Atiku, and Obi performed during the 2023 presidential elections. I want to notify you that the International Conference Center has been renamed by Wiki Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center. Yes. And this has an implication. There is an implication to renaming that International Conference Center. Listen. If they are going to announce 2027 presidential election results, they would announce it in that conference center. And announcing the results in a Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center says a lot about what these current people that are in Bola Ahmed Tinubu cabinet, they are planning. I told you before, Southerners are the ones running the show under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Almost all the ministries, Southwest. Loyalists, his guys, APC Lagos boys, and in every ministry, critical ministry. Very soon, INEC will be changed. However, we don't know that yet. Now, Wike Judiciary. Somebody was saying that this boy is saying that Wike is head of judiciary. We understand politics. Wike Judiciary, Akpabio, Senate, and the other person in House of Rep. We have Gbajabiamila and co. They are the ones running the show. So the next election will be announced, presidential election or presidential winner will be announced at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center that was renamed, I think, built by Babangida. Okay. Now, numbers usually before determine who becomes president. Before, usually. Numbers. And Northern Nigeria have the numbers. Yes. That is why every time you say Northerners will remember, Northerners will pay back. Without aligning with the North, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. Usually, numbers win elections. But now, it seems the whole thing is changing. Strategy is going to win 2027 presidential election. Strategy. I did a broadcast. I said, Southern Nigeria will poll more votes than Northern Nigeria. I said this before. Looking at the current element, current characters that are in this government and what they are willing and what they have shown that they will do in the next elections. Tinubu was not in power when he was able to pull that stunt under a Buhari that, in quote, never wanted him to win the primaries as APC presidential candidate. Tinubu from behind pulled that stunt with INEC and all have you. Now he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and a lot of things are happening before our eyes, and people cannot talk. Hey, Southern Nigeria will shock Northern Nigeria, and you will see that they will poll more votes than Northerners. Now, the Northerners are saying that, looking at the last elections, Northern Nigeria gave Tinubu nothing less than 5-point-something million votes. Tinubu polled 8-point-something million votes during the last elections. Atiku 6.9 and Obi around 6.1 million votes. Tinubu, Southwest only gave Tinubu 2.5 million votes. 2.542 million votes. Yes. Southeast, worst of all, gave Tinubu 127,000 votes. South gave Tinubu 799,000 votes. Most of them comes from Rivers State. Northeast gave Tinubu 933. Let's look at Northern Nigeria. 933,000 votes. Let's approximate it to 1 million. North Central gave Tinubu 1.7 million votes. Let's say 2.6 million votes. Then the Northwest gave Tinubu another 2.6 million votes. 2.6 gotten from Northeast, North Central, plus 2.6 from Northwest. Tells you a lot. That is 5.2 million votes out of the 8 point something million votes that Tinubu got from the last elections. So the Northerners are bragging. There's a video I saw. A Northerner was analyzing that how would you say South presidency? It is not possible without the North. And the North is taking a decision. And that decision is that they want to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a one-term president. Like I said, let me go back. Usually numbers win elections, but now numbers would not win that election for you, my brother. It is strategy that will win the elections. Well, we know anything can happen at the end of the day. But what we are sure of, very sure of, is that Tinubu and his gang are doing all they can to be able to reduce Northern votes, because we believe and understand with the current structure, Northerners have the say with their numbers. But what a Tinubu cannot do, he will force himself to do. He will impose himself on Nigerians come 2027. I've told people that you don't know who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is. You think you know. You think you understand the kind of person he is. If you are somebody that studies this, I've studied this man since 1999. Since when I was a child, a young boy, I studied this man. Since when he became governor of Lagos State. I was interested in politics at a younger age. And I've seen what this man had done. This man has taken a lot of risk. And this is the kind of person that is a giver. He has bought a lot of people with his giving, political giving, or whatever giving I can call it. He can call somebody who he thinks is a potential, somebody who has a potential future in politics. He will just pay the person's son's school fees. The person's son will graduate. You will fix the person in a good paying job. That's how he has done for a lot of persons. As president now, that he has appointed a lot of Yorubas. If you go online, most people that are defending the president today are the Yorubas. Most people. Before now, he's not gotten that. But when he started appointing Yorubas left, right, center in every nook and cranny of power, Yorubas now felt like this guy wants to empower us against other persons. And they are supporting the president. Whatever he does, he's always right. He's not wrong. He's not a human being. He's an angel that can never be at fault. So we cannot call him out. So everybody, most people that are supporting him and defending him on social media, they are from the Southwest. Most of them may be having one appointment or the other, or their brothers are having an appointment, or they are executing a contract. We understand the whole levels. But as it is, APC under Bola Ahmed Tinubu will do all they can to make sure they win the next elections. Let's look at the logic of the Northern Nigeria. Yes, Northern Nigeria has numbers. How would Tinubu win the election? Or how would the Southern president emerge? The dynamics are changing. I will not reveal most of the strategies that an APC can use. Me, I be politician. I don't know, maybe it's a skill or it's a gift. Playing politics is a gift. When I was in school, I was an underdog in school. In school, I was so quiet and looked timid. I was easygoing and doing my own thing. But how I found myself at the Student Representative Council was something that people still tomorrow, they just respect. So there are ways. I'm looking at the body language of every of these political parties. I've said this before that Southerners in all political parties are rooting for Tinubu. Now, Tinubu wants to capture the political party. I've said this before that a PDP without Atiku is dead. An Atiku without a PDP, there's a problem. Because where will you harmonize and gather people that will run errands for you? You need a lot of funds. Who are the persons that are going to fund the coalition? Do you have governors that are going to join the coalition that will use, however, their position as governors to fund and also support your election, your presidency? So what can the coalition bring to the table without these political parties that are already existing? These guys, the PDP has a structure, Labour Party has a structure. So the first strategy now is to cripple the parties, whether it is PDP or Labour Party. After you cripple them, make these people baseless. They are much more confused. And now the next is to let me not reveal the next. P2B, as far as I'm concerned, is partyless with an Abure as a chairman. Atiku, as far as I'm concerned, is partyless with a Wike having more influence. In fact, it seems Wike is the chairman. I don't know how this guy does it. There's something these guys are doing. There's something they are doing where we understand that corruption is the order of the day. So it's easier to, when you have political power, to control corrupt people. You see what Wike is doing? You refurbish the International Conference Center. You now name it Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is not loyalty. That is is it psychophancy? Somebody is doing something so as because of power. He's blindly doing so many things because he wants to hold on to power. He wants to be relevant with power. Not that he likes the person. He's loyal to power. He's loyal to the things he gets. Yes, that is what a Wike is doing. Very soon you see say Tinubu will chop Wike eyes very soon. Watch it. I've predicted that the APC will self-destruct, will self-implode, and that is the reality. So as it is now, with Wike having influence in the PDP and Abure having influence in the Labour Party, these guys are partyless. It is P2B that I'm even looking at critically, because according to my take on Abure becoming chairman, it will jeopardize the chances of P2B becoming or consolidating on the votes he gets through Labour Party, to jeopardize his chance. Just like a chairman working against his presidential candidate that is popular is making the party popular. That is aside. So which party does the obedient movement want a P2B to run on? Now the APC, we have said it before, they are very happy that this coalition is not working. APC, when you look at them, they are very happy. Now some people are even waiting safe. These people should come. I said it that P2B not part of the coalition. The coalition is bringing on Amechi. Amechi is the next person. Atiku Amechi. P2B is not going part of that coalition because he will risk his base, the obedient movement, and he will risk the middle belt. Let me tell you one thing. Most people that are part of the obedient movement, they are not there just to grab power. They want things to get better. And they don't want people that have questionable character and integrity to hold on to power. And the people in power today fall victim. And P2B is believed to have a kind of integrity. He's not a saint. He can never be a saint as a politician. That is, if he is a politician, he can never be a saint. But he has a kind of integrity that has attracted people. So these guys are not the permutation kind that, yes, you need to go this way, even though it's not your way. Go this way so that you can have access to change. They don't have that mentality. That's why some people or some Northerners are saying these people, they are not serious. Igbos, it is not about Igbo being in power for the obedient movement. I'm telling you their psychology. It's about a leadership that will bring governance to the people. It's not about Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. But the APC and the PDP, they have that mentality of, I can side with my enemy to have a clinch at power, because I don't see reason why a Tinubu will stand side by side with a Buhari. If not, they have a feather, birds of a feather flock together. So these people, that's their mentality. So you should not blame them. And the middle belt themselves, any coalition that has El-Rufai in it, mostly El-Rufai, Atiku, is a lost cause. What did the middle belt give Obi? Middle belt is, let's say, North Central. P2B got 1.4 million votes in North Central. Bola Tinubu beat P2B at the North Central. Bola Tinubu beat Atiku Northwest. Atiku beat Bola Tinubu Northeast. P2B did not win any part of the geopolitical zone. P2B only won the Southeast and also the South-South. That is his base. The Southeast, the South-South, not the Southwest. If not, P2B have gotten a lot of votes in the Southwest. If not for the base of the president and what is possible. No, we politicians, if they don't rig, if they never rig, they never rest. They must rig, it is part of them to rig elections. That's why there's nothing you do in Nigeria today that will stand the test of time. You cannot build on a faulty foundation and expect things to work. It go collapse one day, But people just believe that you can build on if they are building their own personal house, they want the foundation to be strong. But if they are talking about leadership in Nigeria and getting people that have integrity, they support anything. Build on the foundation, even though the foundation is cracked and faulty. Build on it. We ask a question. You have a shop and you have to employ 2 persons. One is not a thief and it's not too knowledgeable. In quote, I'm using that as an example. It's not too knowledgeable in the job. Number 2, the person is a rogue and he has the kind of skill. What will you do? Over to you. That is the current Nigerian scenario. The current Nigerian scenario. Nobody can do anything with our institutions that are damaged institutions. The APC came and further destroyed our institution the more. What a president needs to come and do first is to repair the institutions. Make sure that they are credible, they add value. National Orientation Agency, what value is that agency adding to Nigeria? You leave it for bloggers, content creators, analysts, and all have you to start explaining. Even the president has aides, media aides. Media aides are not doing their jobs. And why is the president not firing them? Because it is a presidency of loyalty, not people that can really bring something to the table. I've been working for Tinubu. I spent my money this. So they should employ me. Even if you are not competent, they will employ you. It's normal. They look for some little sprinkle of competencies. They carry the put here. Every other person under that person is a psychopath. So they're not. 2027 is going to be a match like what happened in 2023. People never believed it. The one will go up for 2027. You go understand, say, and then Nigerians will come to understand the person of Bola Tinubu Jagaban. You will come to understand his person. You will never know who he be. Somebody that, you will see that in next election, southern part of Nigeria will get like 10 million votes. You will carry like 2 million, 3 million, carry give P2B, share with Atiku, in quote, if they are going to be on the ballot. Because that is their own projection that they should not be on the ballot. You will see that 7 million votes, that's their plan, will go to, now they will cut. They will steal a lot of votes through the police, through rigging, through INEC, through judiciary. A lot of votes will be missing. Next election, they will play second fiddle. They are not going to be interested in winning a state or geopolitical zone. They will just play second fiddle to what have you. At the end of the day, you see that somebody will just controversially announce President Bola Tinubu as president. I hope the North, which we know that knows politics more than every other region, they will learn a lesson after Tinubu. I will keep on saying it. I will repeat it by saying it over and over again. If you allow Tinubu win that next election, if you allow the Northerners allow Tinubu win the next election, then they will know that Kaki has never been leader from the onset. Kaki no be leader. That statement, Kaki no be leader, it is not just a mere statement. It is a statement of fact. I started by saying that the Bola Tinubu International Conference Center that was renamed, used by Babangida, I stand to be corrected, Babangida, that was renamed, that is the place they are going to announce the results or the winner of that election. That is the place they are going to announce the winner of that election, my brother. And ironically, Bola Tinubu International Center, a place they are going to announce Bola Tinubu as winner. That is what these guys are thinking. You'll be shocked that they don't write the results down, distribute to every INEC commissioner in all states, deliver this and get this. That is the way your politicians, That is their mentality. If you have done local government politics, if you have done state politics, you understand that some people are without conscience. When it comes to politics, they can do and undo. Politics is their live wire. That is where they live. Nothing concerns them concerning a process. Some very few people are empowered with all sort of machinery to make sure they rig elections. During the last election, there's a popular picture of two guys on a bike carrying a ballot box and they are running. Police eye blind. If Nnamdi Kanu dey for that bike, DSS go unleash everything. But you see, everybody chooses what they want to focus on. In Nigeria, I've said it now. Some people believe that you can build on a faulty foundation and get results. These are the results we are getting. Now, on the issue of the coastal road, make una stop this small Peking mentality. The government we know does not have a reputation. The government should know that they don't have a reputation when it comes to the people. So, when it comes to the people, the government has been adjudged to be lying to them, deceivers and propagandists. So whatever the government says, the government should not exaggerate more. They should come clean. Explain to people like layman, but they will not do the same. They will not do so because everybody knows that they have skeleton in their cupboard. Now, Reno Mokri and one young guy, they are dragging who and who, and they are just, everybody's just disgracing themselves. 750 million. I will say this one more time. APC does not have the mandate of the people. The people that are making noise are not much. The people that are willing to vote out APC, they are much. Let's see what happens. If the coalition does not get it right, my brother, Tinubu is returning as the president. Second time. And if Tinubu returns, he do because say he get election for front. He do say, let me just sempe. When he wins the next election and is clear for your eye, say now I win that next election. My brother, what he did in Lagos, na small. God, the man said he run for third term. He will try it, and you'll be shocked at what's going to happen.